Lesson 27, Battle for Life, Part 2. In our previous lesson, we learned the basic rules of a battle for life. More liberties beat fewer liberties, and with equal liberties, the one who plays first wins. Based on this principle, let's look at a problem. A battle for life has formed here. First, let's identify the main targets. These 4 black stones and 4 white stones surround each other. Starting a battle. Following the rules of a battle for life. Let's count liberties. We can see black has 4 liberties, and white has 4, so naturally, whoever plays first will win this race. We can play as black, reduce liberties, and easily capture white. Please note that for black, no matter where you reduce liberties, I just started from the top, but starting from the bottom is also fine. The result is exactly the same. You can still capture white. Now, please pay attention here. We'll introduce a new concept. Right now, black's 4 liberties and white's 4 liberties are what we call external liberties. What defines an external liberty? It means the liberty belongs exclusively to one side. It is simple. Black's 4 liberties and white's 4 liberties belong only to themselves, without affecting the opponent. Next, let me change the shape a bit. I've modified the shape here. Look at these 4 black stones. They still have 4 liberties. And white's 5 stones also have 4 liberties. But notice that, compared to the previous shape, the liberty at this spot has changed. We now refer to this specific liberty as a shared liberty, because it is shared between both sides. Pay attention to this shared liberty. It usually means that when 2 groups are in a battle for life, in the space between them, either side can play here to take away the opponent's liberties. But doing so also reduces their own liberties. So this is called a shared liberty. We just mentioned external liberties. External liberties belong only to one side, while shared liberties belong to both sides. Just remember this rule. Then we can easily tell what a shared liberty is and what an external liberty is. So why are we discussing shared liberties now? Because during a battle for life, if both sides only have external liberties, the order of taking away liberties doesn't matter. You just follow the rule: more liberties beat fewer liberties. And with equal liberties, whoever plays first and takes away liberties wins. But once a shared liberty appears, please note, we must add another rule when taking away liberties. Always take away external liberties first and shared liberties last. Now, let's look at this example. For instance, if black wants to capture white right now, Black must take away external liberties first. Okay, after playing here, the final move will capture white. Now, let's try the incorrect way to take away liberties. Suppose your first move takes away the shared liberty. Notice that while reducing the opponent's liberties, your own liberty also disappears. So now you only have 3 liberties, 3 against 3, and it is white's turn. So white can capture black. Right, even if, for the first move, I took an external liberty, but accidentally took the shared liberty on the second move, black will still be captured. So please remember, when both external and shared liberties exist, we must take away external liberties first, then shared liberties. This is a fundamental rule in a battle for life. Earlier, I stressed that neither side should take the shared liberty first, and we must always take external liberties first before shared liberties. However, in actual games, there is a special situation regarding this shared liberty, where one side can take it but the other side cannot. It is a slightly unique case. Let me show you another example. Alright, let's look at this shape. First, let's identify the targets in this battle. It is clearly these 3 black stones and 2 white stones. Now, let's count liberties, 3 against 3. Whoever plays first will win without a doubt. But pay attention to this shape. As we just discussed, regarding external and shared liberties, these 2 white liberties are clearly external. And these 2 black liberties are also external. But what about this spot? It is quite interesting. Is it a shared liberty or an external liberty? Strictly speaking, it is a shared liberty. This is the special case I mentioned earlier, where one side cannot take this shared liberty, while the other side can. For example, if it is black's turn to attack white, black cannot take this shared liberty, because if black plays here, he reduces his own liberties and white can capture black. So, if black wants to capture white, he must take external liberties first. White takes a liberty, black plays Atari and captures white. Conversely, if it is white's turn, white can play at this spot, because playing here doesn't reduce white's own liberties. So this is the special situation I mentioned. For some shared liberties, one side can take it, but the other side cannot. Okay, now that we've learned about shared liberties, let's learn another concept of liberties, called hidden liberties. Let's look at a unique shape. Alright, let's look at this battle in the corner. First, identify the targets. These 3 white stones are in a battle with these 3 black stones. Now let's look at their liberties. On the surface, it is two liberties against two. Then we need to distinguish the external liberties and the shared liberties. We can see this is clearly a shared liberty, which both sides can take. It is a shared liberty for both. White has one external liberty on the outside, and black also has one external liberty. Okay, so on the surface, it is 2 against 2, and whoever plays first wins. But in this shape, we must learn to take hidden liberties first. What is a hidden liberty? We previously learned a concept called control points. Control points, sometimes because the opponent has a tiger's mouth, we cannot play a stone directly inside. For example, this spot is white's tiger's mouth, and this spot is black's tiger's mouth. We cannot directly take liberties like this. Right, it is simple. So, a hidden liberty refers to this spot. To take a liberty, we must first fix our own shape. Similarly, white cannot directly take a liberty here either. White also needs to play a move here first. This is what we call a hidden liberty. Okay, after taking the hidden liberty, then on the next move, I can take the external liberty and capture white. So why do we mention hidden liberties? Because in an actual battle for life, certain shapes will indeed appear. If we fail to properly judge hidden liberties, it will lead to misjudgments in the capturing race. Take this shape, for example. On the surface, white has 2 liberties and black has 2. But actually, because white has a hidden liberty here, black cannot play inside. So white actually has 3 liberties, while black only has 2. As we learned, more liberties beat fewer liberties. So black, these 3 stones are already captured by white. Let's test it out. Right now, at this spot, black cannot play inside. It is a tiger's mouth. And this spot is a hidden liberty, so black can't play here either. It is also a tiger's mouth, so black can only play on the outside to take the hidden liberty first. And naturally, white takes a liberty and captures black. So, for situations involving hidden liberties, we must carefully calculate the liberties of both sides. For example, let's see. Let's set up another shape with a hidden liberty. Please note that this spot is a hidden liberty. So white currently has 3 liberties, and black only has 2. Therefore, black is captured by white. Now, let me make a slight change. I'll even add another black stone here. In this shape, although it looks like 2 liberties against 2, notice that white needs to play a move for the hidden liberty here. And black also needs to take a hidden liberty here. So, it is actually 3 liberties against 3. So, we must leave this shared liberty alone. and take external liberties. First, a hidden liberty is also a type of external liberty. Remember, a hidden liberty counts as an external liberty. So, we can successfully capture the opponent. Alright, so in this lesson, we learned the concepts of shared and external liberties. And we also introduced hidden liberties. Regarding the rules of taking liberties, we first learned that more liberties beat fewer liberties, and with equal liberties. Who plays first wins. Then, we must remember that when taking liberties, take external liberties first, then shared liberties. And when taking external liberties, we must note if there are hidden liberties, we need to take them first. Or, in other words, taking hidden liberties is also a way of taking external liberties. When we count liberties, we must also include the hidden liberties. Okay, that is all for today's lesson.